Welcome to the current backloggers. I am your host, KCP, along with my good friend and co-host, Derek
Guest
W.
co-host. Still a guest co-host. Whenever Dickhead wants to get back.
I'm glad you said that. He is actually with us today. Hey, there
he is. Cuddy!
This, of course, is our weekly, never miss a week podcast that we do.
Why don't you touch his mustache for me?
Oh, it's backwards.
Nice. That's hot. That's
how you know he's here.
Yeah. Just goes right through it. There's so much manliness there.
Whoops. No, obviously we haven't done this for quite some time now, but there was some big news that broke. So me and Derek decided to be professionals, like we work at Amazon or Google, and get on Zoom together. And I think it's professional, obviously, with the setup I got here. This is my $1,000 green screen behind me.
Yep.
And
right there.
Yep. And that news, of course, is we mentioned this probably one of the last episodes we recorded. And that is that Peppa Pig was exclusive to Xbox. And we were out Black Friday shopping and saw this on PlayStation. So it is no longer an exclusive.
So what did Microsoft do to fix the exclusivity game?
I mean, I think they tried to fix it. I wouldn't say they fixed it.
No, definitely not. This is a step in the right direction to try to get back Peppa Pig.
I gotta be honest, I don't know how to process it because I don't think there is anything you could do.
To get Peppa Pig back?
Yeah, or to replace that, be like, oh, we got this.
Yeah, there's
whatever
nothing.
This may be.
There's nothing. They can certainly try. And I think they did try.
Well, before we get into that, like I said, it's been a while since we've done an episode. It's been a while. And I would like to say next week we're going to do this. We're going to have all three of the podcasts going. I'm going to stream like crazy. And that is the hope. But mustache boy here, got to figure out what's going on with him. And but hopefully all the podcasts will get going soon. And I love you guys. But if you want to talk about the real news, Derek, you can. Because believe it or not, it's not Peppa Pig.
No, but in order to do that, Microsoft has bought King to get Candy Crush exclusively on Xbox. Nothing else.
I mean, that would be pretty big right there, actually, which is kind of crazy.
I guess it would be, yeah. No, I guess the real news is Microsoft is to acquire Activision Blizzard for fucking $69 billion. Everyone keeps rounding it up to 70, and I don't know why they're not rounding it up to 69.
Yeah, true that. Before you get into it, I know you're going to read it. Yeah, this is news I read at work, and when I saw it, I literally thought it was clickbait. If you've ever listened or watched any of this, we try to be like a lot of YouTubers and be over the top and reactionary. Holy shit, yeah. But in saying that, this is literally how I felt the entire day at work and why I wanted to do this. Because even not being like that, this is just so unbelievable and just seems so unreal that I kind of feel like that on the inside,
I do. Oh god. Wait, can you see this if I bring this up? Or is it just showing the Xbox thing still?
I didn't see anything else.
That's pretty cool. I just brought up a whole nother window and it didn't show it.
Yeah, I've had porn up this entire time.
Wow. We don't do that here. There's some stuff that Phil Spencer has said post this that I want to talk about also. So I just want to bring that up. Holy shit, there's so much white screen on me. I'm sorry. That's blaring my fucking skin. Yeah, this caused quite the conversation in our little text line. It's so bright.
Why does the King logo look like that? It looks like it says long.
That's always what it's looked like.
No, I know, but it's terrible. It looks like
It looks
deformed
good
out.
when it's like yellow with like pink behind it, like Candy
Yeah.
Crush, you know? Well, maybe black and white's just not its thing. All right, am I just going to read this?
Yeah, if you're cool with that, go for it.
Am I reading this whole thing?
I'll let you pick. You're the boss.
Yeah, we'll just read some of it. It starts to feel stupid. It's stupid. In an all cash transaction. Is that serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm reading. Sorry, guys. We haven't done this in a while. Casey's also fucking rude. With 3 billion, that number already seems ridiculous.
Hey, you're reading.
And wait, 2.25 times that, 2.5 times that, more money. Anyway, with 3 billion, no, 20 more. Jesus, Derek. Playing games today fueled by a new generation steeped in the joys of interactive entertainment. Gaming is now the largest and fastest growing form of entertainment. Microsoft.
I got you.
Thank you. Microsoft announced plans to acquire Activision Blizzard, a leader in game development and interactive entertainment content publisher. This acquisition will accelerate the growth in Microsoft's gaming business across mobile, PC, and console and cloud, and will provide building blocks for the metaverse, which we love that.
Yeah, that's been a big thing in our group chat.
I'm just gonna read some of these quotes. I think it's $69 billion. It includes iconic franchises from Activision, Blizzard, and King, like Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, in addition to global esports activities through Major League Gaming. The company has studios around the world with nearly 10,000 employees. Bobby Kotick, who he's in good shape with the community, I hear, will continue to serve as the CEO of Activision Blizzard until it's official. That has come out since then, that he'll be gone once it's official. And his team will maintain their focus on driving efforts to further strengthen the company's culture and accelerate business growth. Once the deal closes, the Activision Blizzard business will report to Phil Spencer, CEO, Microsoft Gaming. Gaming is the most dynamic and exciting category in entertainment across all platforms today, and will play a key role in the development of metaverse platforms. We're investing deeply in the world-class content community and the cloud to usher in a new era of gaming that puts players and creators first and makes gaming safe, inclusive, and accessible to all. Players everywhere love Activision Blizzard games, and we believe the creative teams have their best work in front of them, said Phil Spencer. Together, we will build a future where people can play games they want virtually anywhere they want. I mean, let's be honest. That's all we really need to talk about.
Wait, I think there's legal statements at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk through all that.
I was just kind of hoping you inform everybody, but if you want to get into that, I mean, we are on Zoom. It seems like the kind of thing that you do on a Zoom, you know?
I myself have 4 facts on gaming. They're fun facts, I would say, that I came up with myself.
Yeah.
The $200+ billion gaming industry is the largest and fastest growing form of entertainment.
Can I add a note there? I don't want to be rude.
Sure. They spent a third of that in buying a company.
No, I was going to say, I don't want to call it arrogant, but that's kind of crazy that we are half of that right there, just with our YouTube channel.
Oh, that we are the second most fastest growing form of entertainment?
No, we are part of that. We're part of the games industry. So it's kind of crazy
Oh, yeah. We are in that.
Half of that income.
Yeah. I would expect to see that money soon. In 2021 alone, the total number of video game releases was up 64% compared to 2020. And 51% of players in the U.S. reported spending more than 7 hours per week playing across console, PC, and mobile.
Let's be honest, that number is a little skewed because so many people were not going outside that year, but still kind of crazy.
Well, this is 2021.
Yeah, that was the main. I mean, it started in 2020, but it was kind of near the end. right?
I thought it started in the end of 2019. And 2020 was the shit year. And 2021 was everything. Yeah, I know.
Time's a crazy thing, huh?
Yeah. And 2021 is when things were back to normal.
Hmm.
But then the Megatron variant came out, and now it's 2022, and we're still here. 3 billion, and so that number even seems low to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
7 hours a week. I spent 7 hours yesterday. That's not a
Not
joke.
everybody's fucking nerds, so
That's true. 3 billion people globally play games daily, which we expect to grow to 4.5 billion by 2030. Okay. More than 100 million gamers, including over 25 million Xbox Game Pass members, play games. I did the fucking math on that the other day. Oh, it's not still here. So Cody did the math with tax. Game Pass is $16.11 a month.
That's
times 25. What?
Ultimate, right? The more expensive tier.
Isn't it all just one thing now?
I thought you could still get Game Pass separate.
I don't know. I don't think people do that anyway. So I think they just lump, because you have to buy gold to even fucking use Game Pass, right?
Yes, but Ultimate also gets you PC. I think it still just get the regular, if I remember right.
How much was whatever? It doesn't matter. 25 million. Let's just have fun with the number, Casey. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying that number probably wouldn't be that high because so many people.
Well, how much is all right? Fine. How much is normal Game Pass?
Well, let's look at this beautiful scenery and figure out. Friendly, you can get it for $1.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Everything I'm doing?
Yep.
Okay. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I clicked a button. I don't know. See all plans. Okay. So you think most people have console?
Yeah, I bet most people do.
I feel like I'd be willing to bet most people have this.
I feel like it's a better deal, but yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. There's a stat out there that shows it. I bet so many people are just like, oh, I already have gold and then just switch and buy regular Game Pass and don't have PC. I wouldn't, obviously. I don't, but obviously when you look at it like this, you go, why would you? You'd be stupid not to do that. But I feel like a lot of people don't really look at things like that.
I don't know. Regardless, let's say so it'd be $10.15 a month times 25 million. That's bringing in $254 million a month, and they claim to still not be profitable.
Yeah, which is nuts, but probably is true because all the fucking companies are on there and the money they probably to give out for that.
Oh, I don't think they'll ever be profitable. They just dropped $70 billion. I don't think they care either.
So how do we want to go at this? Do you got things you want to say? You want to kind of take it top by topic? What are we going to do here?
We might just need to spitball. We didn't plan a whole lot for this.
No.
You can still see my screen, right?
Yep.
Perfect. What did he say? He said, so I don't know, just some things to clear up. He wants to bring back Guitar Hero, which excited me. He had a phone call with Sony today guaranteeing, not guaranteeing, his plan is to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Oh, here it is. Had good calls. Had good calls this week with leaders at Sony. I confirmed our intent to honor all existing agreements upon acquisition of Activision Blizzard and our desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry, and we value our relationship. So I was kind of excited. No, I didn't want Call of Duty to be exclusive, but I did want Call of Duty to come to Game Pass day one. I still think it'll come to Game Pass. I just think there'll be like a not day one type thing. But yeah, we just spitball. I mean, how do you feel? Is this exciting? I have a lot of thoughts on it now. I've collected quite a few.
Go
Is it
ahead.
scary? Is the legal system going to come in and say you can't monopolize the gaming industry?
I got a lot of thoughts too. Before we get too far into it, can you go back to the other article?
Which one? The Phil Spencer stuff?
Yeah. Now, if you scroll up a little, I noticed Rudy Giuliani there on the right. That's interesting. And then if you scroll up, those dogs there,
Where'd they go?
they're on the right side. If you scroll over, there you go. It
It won't let me just get those.
See, now we might not be the most production heavy YouTube. We God damn, this thing staring in my face. We might not be like the most breaking news, but I bet you there's not many, if any, that before they get into the real meat of the story are looking at dogs and talking about that first before the biggest gaming news, you know?
Ever. Literally in the history, probably, of gaming news. It's probably the biggest thing.
Okay, so enough of my ridiculousness. Let's start there. Do you think this is the biggest news in gaming history? I was thinking that.
In news in general, I don't know. But like in terms of financial, like investment, it has to be. Because it is.
Well, yeah, definitely money wise. I mean, that's just objectively is true.
I mean, it's probably up there, right?
Oh, it for sure is. I was really doing this in my head when this story came out. I was trying to run in my head, not even the biggest news. God damn it. We could,
Oh, he's got boots.
You can tell he's an Xbox warrior. Look at him. But we could even break it down to the biggest acquisitions of all time in gaming history. And that is a ton.
Somewhere too.
Somewhere in my head, so I try not to look up too much because I felt like I get too many opinions. So I was kind of just rolling with my own. Obviously, I saw some things because I'm always online and finding this stuff and seeing it. But I try to keep it kind of my own before we did this.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it there. Oh, yes. I feel like some of these that I was thinking of are not going to be high on the money scale, but I feel are impactful in video games. Definitely Zynga was a recent one, which I could care less about, but it's huge. Pretty much
that is fucking, $13 billion. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Pretty much anything Tencent gets, which is pretty much everything.
Everything, yeah.
Microsoft with Mojang was what I was going to say.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Activision getting Blizzard, funny enough. I'm trying to see if there's any more on here that I thought of. Oh, my little bars over the top of it. There's so many 10 cents, unbelievable. See, some of these are definitely more money-wise big, but I feel like EA getting the exclusive rights to the NFL would be up there. Sony getting Insomniac. I know these are different than what we're talking about. I've just been trying to think of big acquisitions, and these aren't definitely the biggest money-wise, but I feel like they're very impactful in gaming, because if Sony didn't have Insomniac, that alone would be a big loss right there for Sony. I think EA getting Star Wars, I know they got a lot of hate and people say they should have never had it, but that's still humongous, and have how long they had Star Wars. Any come into your mind?
Not that aren't on here.
I think another one.
The ones you've named, but
yeah. I think another one. There it is. Microsoft with Cinemax. I was looking for Bethesda. So I said, why would that not be on there? And it's funny because I think I said it in our group chat, but I remember me and Cody talking about Microsoft getting Minecraft. And we're like, that is an unbelievable amount of money. And then just, what is that? A year ago, we were discussing Bethesda. We're like, that is an unbelievable amount of money. And this has to be like the biggest acquisition in gaming history. And then you fast forward 2 years, and there's the biggest acquisition in gaming history from the same company.
And they're probably not done.
Yeah, we'll get into that. At 69 million or billion, as you like to say, million be a just
That'd be a steal.
That'd be them flicking a fucking penny in somebody's face and take that, asshole. So yeah, I think, like I said, obviously, as you can see there, money wise, there's no argument. I was trying to think of other things that are big in gaming, even like that dog. I feel like these are getting weirder and weirder. I feel like Venture's gonna, yep. All right. But yeah, put my screen over this, getting too distracted.
I got rid of the dogs. I just got the Microsoft thing up
there. So I think this is the biggest one, and you seem to agree with that. So we can get into what you said. Do you think they're
I think
done?
This has the potential. No, I don't think they're done.
Okay.
I do think this has the potential to be the biggest thing in gaming history for sure. Because if they're gonna make some of these things exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not convinced it's not Call of Duty at this point, because I can share my intent to not fucking murder you. Like, my intent is not to murder you, but you piss me off enough, I might just kill you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Their intent is to keep Call of Duty on everything. Who knows what happens, in 2 years when their deal is up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this changes. Yeah, I think all those companies, right? Like, Overwatch 2 is probably going to be exclusive to Xbox and PC. Diablo will probably be exclusive, right? If World of Warcraft goes no subscription, that literally changes everything for that fucking thing. Candy Crush is huge for some reason still. StarCraft is in a weird spot. That'd be cool to bring that back. Probably exclusive. Call of Duty, we'll see what they do. But like all these companies, who knows what the next Treyarch and Raven, that's Call of Duty. High Moon also does Call of Duty stuff.
Who knows what the next game is? Oh wait, Call of Duty.
But I mean, like a lot of those, I think almost all those are Call of Duty. But all the things that are under Activision Blizzard, I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be the biggest ever because they're going to try to put all of these things on so many things except PlayStation. The whole cloud gaming thing. I think just the fact that you're probably going to be able to play the next COD on your phone over the cloud on Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, I just think this pushes the boundaries of gaming farther, and therefore it has to be the most. It has to be the craziest thing that's happened ever. It has to be.
So, do you think you said you don't think they're done?
Mm-mm. No, because I just feel like now there's just like people out there that you can probably pay $20 for and get them. Like, what's stopping them from getting EA at this point? Realistically, probably more so. What's stopping them from getting Ubisoft is probably coming to Xbox. I just tested out their first thing. You can connect your Game Pass to Ubisoft Connect and download games with your Game Pass. I just got Extraction yesterday on my computer.
You had to use the Connect?
I had to buy a Connect and use it.
I actually have one right here.
And I had to extract. But like, they're already adding Ubisoft Plus to Game Pass. If Extraction is popular on Game Pass, I feel like this is their testing ground. Be like, okay, yeah, we'll bring your shit over.
Well, they're adding Ubisoft Plus to Xbox. It's not on. I know Extraction is, but not all of Plus will be on Game Pass.
I read that it was.
No, a lot of people are thinking that because the big deal was it wasn't on an actual platform. It's still not on PlayStation at all right now.
What, Extraction is it, or Ubisoft Plus?
Ubisoft Plus.
Oh, so yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can just use it with your Game Pass. It isn't in Game Pass. I know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Ubisoft is a very logical next step. Cody thinks Sega's a very logical step. Sony's going to come in and buy someone soon, or someone's going to buy Sony. Something's going to happen with them, but I think Microsoft at least does one more big one soon.
Yeah, this one's confusing and weird for me because I remember me and Cody being all jacked for Bethesda. We're not fanboys. If you've watched or listening to this, you know that we like all consoles. We all, I think, play Xbox more. I know you play PC more, but we play Xbox more, but we like all of them. And I think gaining companies and getting exclusives is good for competition. And me and him, that's why we're jacked about Bethesda, not because we're fanboys, but because I think it's good for competition. But what's confusing with this one for me and what makes this more interesting is now I feel like I'm seeing the other side of that where I'm like, all right, I think this is too much. I feel like they're just going to have everything eventually. And I know you said we'll see if it gets held up in court or not, because this actually,
I'm not actually worried about that.
Yeah, I know this. The interesting thing is this seems so soon, but it doesn't actually go through for I think fall of, fall of 2023. So we have like almost 2 years. So
June, right? June of 2023. So a year and a half.
Was it June? I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, so it'll be a year and a half then. I thought you said it was the third quarter, which would be fall time, if not a little sooner. So yeah, I don't think, I mean, literally it's not a monopoly. I know it seems like it, but so it's not going to get held up. But yeah, it is just weird that Activision seemed like, besides obviously Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox or Microsoft, Activision seemed like the publisher that was untouchable. So the fact that Microsoft got them and is a ridiculous made up sounding number to us, but to Microsoft is not that much of a fucking drop. That's why I could do all in money. That's another crazy thing about this. A lot of these get done with like half shares or future promises. They just straight up dropped $69 billion on them. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird to think that eventually they might just be the game developers, and I'm not a fan of that because that's why I like that they were getting some people, because I think that breeds competition, but I think that kind of just takes the competition away, because I know you said somebody's going to buy somebody at some point. I don't think they can buy anybody that could match it. I think the next biggest is EA. I know people hate on it, but EA is still massive and still has some of the biggest game franchises and IPs there are. But even that, I don't think matches Activision. And that's just trying to look at it objectively. I think I actually like more EA games than Activision. But I'm just saying as like a company, I think it's definitely a bigger get. And like I said, I've been trying to stay out of news, but that's one thing I've seen is maybe somebody buys Sony, and the main things are Apple and Google. And I think that would actually be more likely. And
yeah, I can see Apple doing it.
Yeah, I think the one nobody's talking about that I think it actually make the most sense would be Disney, because I think they just have endless amounts of money. They've been in games multiple times. They've had development studios, and I know people hate on Disney, but I think that'd be cool because I think that's what Sony needs. It'd be cool to see them get a developer or something, but I don't think that fixes anything long term. I think they need any kind of money to even compete with Microsoft, and I don't think Sony can do that on its own. And Sony has great exclusives and arguably better than Xboxes, but that only gets you so far, especially when they keep taking and taking away from you. You can put all the great Spider-Mans and The Last of Us and Uncharted, but that can only get you so far. That's what you've already had.
Yeah, and that's what I think I like about Microsoft doing it, is because they're so adamant about not making everything exclusive. You know what I mean? They want, their biggest goal is to have it on everything. They want Game Pass on everything. So I think they're going to take all these companies that work under Activision Blizzard and hopefully give them the financial means and hopefully divvy up the companies to be able to give us better products for everything, not just Xbox. Because I don't even play consoles really anymore. The only console I really do play is the PlayStation at this point, which is ironic. But like the more they want to put on Game Pass and put Game Pass on PC, Xbox, mobile, I bet they would put it on PlayStation if PlayStation would allow it. But obviously, there's so many things that are wrong with that. Like to play Halo on PlayStation would be weird. But that's why I don't think it's like a big like. I'm not worried about them buying everything and be like, oh, Microsoft is the publisher now. Just because their game plan thus far has been buy things, make them better, make them more available. So if anything, they're looking to end the console war stupid shit from what I've seen so far until they release the next Call of Duty exclusive and then everyone gets pissed.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not for like the stupid part of the console war, but I do think competition is good. And I said since not since they acquired Bethesda, but since they kind of admitted or said that pretty much everything is going to be exclusive from Bethesda, that I think that's their game plan, is that what you said, they do just want Game Pass on everything. So that quote from Phil Spencer, everybody's like, see, of course it wasn't going to leave PlayStation, because that's my initial thought. I was like, this is definitely Call of Duty is going to be a Xbox exclusive, and Xbox is going to take that approach and dialogue that they're not trying to take it away from Sony. It's Sony stopping them because they want Game Pass on Sony. So Sony's the one that's stopping Call of Duty and all these games from coming. And I think that's what Microsoft is aiming for. And I know he said that he had a call, and I can't remember the exact quote, but that all their prior agreements would still be in hold, and that the plan is to always have Call of Duty there, essentially is what he said. I think for one, legally, I don't think they have much of a choice but to hold to those contracts that already happened. So you mentioned like Overwatch 2, so that would probably be exclusive. I'm sure that's already lined up too. I bet that's contractually already.
I'm willing to bet that's why it's been delayed, because they knew this was happening. I bet that had a part to play in it.
Maybe. I just know with Bethesda, that's why initially everybody thought that nothing would be exclusive, because everything was still coming to PlayStation, some ironically exclusive to PlayStation. But I think that's because everything was in contract still, and they were legally obligated to do it. So I think this Call of Duty is definitely going to obviously be on both of them. And depending on when this actually gets finalized, maybe the next one. But I think a lot of things are going to become exclusive. And I think that's what exactly what Microsoft wants. They want to force Sony's hand to like, we're not the ones stopping these games and holding people back. You are, because you won't let Game Pass on it. I know you said you think that's good because it kind of stops the console war, but I just don't know if that's what it comes down to. I think what's the point of Sony being there, because you could have Game Pass on both and you could get Sony's exclusives, but then feel like what's the incentive? I feel like that's weird to have either. Like, what's the incentive of having Xbox if you can have PlayStation and Game Pass?
I don't know what the benefit of having an Xbox now is. I genuinely mean that too. If you have a computer and a PlayStation, I don't know why you would buy an Xbox.
Well, yeah, but I feel like most people that are buying Xbox don't have a top end PC or PC that can even run Xbox Series X games.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. If you have a PlayStation and a PC, I don't know why, but odds are that's not the case. And consoles dominate the gaming space anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's really just a matter of what you prefer more. But I still think I don't. Well, I think the reason you would buy an Xbox now, like if I were just playing console and I was like, hey man, do you want this Xbox that has like, how many games are on Game Pass?
Over 100 is what they say when you go to the tab.
It's got to be more than that at this point, like 200. Here's 200 fucking games for $15 a month or $10 a month, I guess. Here's PlayStation, which is cool. You can play PlayStation games. You can play Spider-Man. They're bringing PlayStation 3 games. I would pick Xbox all day. This Game Pass is so sweet. Until all this, so this is doing what I think you're saying is it's bringing competition. I just think it's bringing it in a different way than we're used to. Like, I don't think it's like a bidding war of like, oh man, we got fucking Elder Scrolls. What are the fucking things called? We got Elder Scrolls. Oh, I wonder. One second. That was weird. I forgot I have this very loosely placed somewhere.
It's okay. I'll entertain a crowd while you're gone. Oh, you're back.
Um.
I'm just going to theater.
Okay. Well, this is awkward. All right. It's gonna move. Yep. Oh my fucking god.
Now I feel like you're vlogging.
What's up, YouTube? I mean, it's different than it was, but whatever. I think it's just bringing it in a different way than we're used to. Oh god, you can see my trash now.
Oh, look at Sony down there.
Aha!
See, not a fanboy.
Not a fanboy. There we go. There we go. Now you can see that I'm not a Lions fan and a Seahawks fan. I have all the teams around. So before you go questioning.
Yeah, you have more trash on your back wall.
That's not wrong this year. It's just bringing competition in a different way. I feel like we've turned into like, well, who's going to buy the better studio? Like, who's just going to buy the bigger thing? Obviously, Activision Blizzard is pretty fucking huge. So it's just, but I just don't get how. I just don't think it's that. Like, I feel like the percentage of companies, like, obviously they aren't as big, but like, I feel like Sony still has better overall studios. Maybe not bigger. So I'm not even that worried about like the monopolizing and Xbox getting everything being. And I think it's just going to breed, because now Sony literally has to make a move. This year was all Sony. All the good games coming out this year was Sony. Now all the news is on Microsoft. This kind of happened with Bethesda. It was like PlayStation's year again. Oh, Xbox bought Bethesda. Now it's everybody talking about Xbox again. And nothing's really come from that. We got some Bethesda games on Game Pass. So, I don't know. I feel like the camera really fucked up my train of thought. But I'm not worried about it. I think it's going to breed competition in a different way. I just think it's going to be, at this point, who's going to have the best company purchase. And everything's going to be under umbrellas, like how Disney owns everything. And then like some other companies own some other things. So Microsoft owns a lot of shit right now, and everything else will fall under Tencent, and the rest of it will be under fucking Sony. As long as the company is helping as long as Xbox is helping the studios that's purchasing, it's nothing but good for everybody. Because I don't think they're going to do. I think they'll take a few games and make them exclusive. You'd be stupid not to. I think Call of Duty's staying on both. I think now that you own Activision Blizzard and High Moon and Raven and Treyarch and Infinity Ward, you're cutting your revenue. You know what I mean? If you make it exclusive to Xbox, like, you're still going to make money if they buy it on PlayStation, right? Because you own the fucking company. So you're literally cutting your revenue. I can see some games going exclusive. Overwatch, StarCraft, Warcraft is already PC only. Is Diablo on consoles?
Yeah.
There's some ignorance on my end. Is it on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably going to go exclusive. But like, I feel like it's just like Call of Duty, which is probably the biggest one, that and Candy Crush, which is already exclusive to phones. Are they going to only put that on Windows phones that don't exist anymore? I've been rambling. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's like it's only going to be good as long as they don't make everything exclusive, which I don't think they would do. I'd be shocked if Call of Duty in 2 years was, oh yeah, you can only the place to play Call of Duty Xbox. They could probably still word it that way because PlayStation did that for a long time. But I could see them doing like how PlayStation does it now. Oh, you get this mode that only PlayStation people get for a year. That mode suck dick anyway. Oh, you get a map 24 hours early if you own an Xbox. Cool. Maybe that's the exclusivity, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope you're right. I feel like I see a lot different. I feel like, huh?
Me too.
Yeah, I just want good. I don't really care at the end of the day if it's as long as good. Um, yeah, I hope you're right because I see it a lot differently. I feel like I do think Call of Duty is going to be exclusive. I think maybe it won't be for the next 2 games because I think contract wise, I don't know if they can, but I do think it's going to be exclusive. And it sounds like it's a kind of a contradiction. Doesn't really make sense because it is a huge revenue game. But I feel like long term
Like
is
top
what.
3.
Oh no,
Always.
definitely. But I feel like Microsoft's long term goal is to have Game Pass on everything. And I think a big way to make that happen is to force Sony's hand to be like, we're not keeping Call of Duty off of PlayStation. You are. If you want Game Pass, then you can have Call of Duty. And I think that's why they're making all these acquisitions to try and force their hand and be like, Nintendo, Sony, Google, whoever wants it, you can have Game Pass. But until you accept that, then you don't have all these top franchises. So I don't think every single Activision game is going to be exclusive because that's just, I don't even think they want to manage that much. But I think the top tier ones, I think especially is what they're going to go after because I think that does force Sony's hand. I think that's their game plan. You said how you feel like it's changed kind of the war. And I feel like it has, but I feel like it's turned into like a software war, not games, but software, like the service plans and everything. And that's why if it turns into that, Sony can't compete unless they have an Apple or Disney or something behind them. Because I agree, like I said, you can argue their exclusives are better and more of them with Naughty Dog and Insomniac and all these games. But at the end of the day, that only gets you so far, especially if you're losing Call of Duty and Overwatch and all these top games that a lot of people buy your system for.
That's my thing is I think I would want to see the numbers of like, is that the reason they're buying PlayStations?
I feel like both sides. I don't feel like it's like a PlayStation only thing, but I feel like so many people play these top games just by default. There's going to be tons of people buying both systems for the top game. I feel like a lot of people that play either or buy either systems, you play Halo, you play Gears, you play The Last of Us. Oh no, I play Call of Duty or I play Madden, or they don't even care about the exclusives like a lot of people on the internet do.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm. Yeah, I guess we just think of it differently. I think it's. I literally have tried to think of cons, and I think it's only good.
Oh man, yeah. I wish I felt the same way, and it's funny because I feel like I'm usually in the minority of talking about this. Cause I'm like, yeah. I thought you even said that you didn't like. Maybe somebody else that you didn't like Microsoft got Bethesda. You felt like they were just kind of hoarding things. And
Oh no,
like,
it's definitely not me. I don't give two shits about a single Bethesda game.
yeah.
It's probably Cody.
Because I was like, no, I think Microsoft has been way too laid back and let Sony take over the exclusive game. And Microsoft needs to step up. So I was okay with that. But I think, like I said, that's kind of overstepping the point of exclusives. I feel like that's gonna kind of just change the game as a whole and not for the better. And you're talking about.
I literally don't even view it as like that. Like it's obviously a big get, but like I don't even think it's like that. I see it as like the same thing as like buying Bethesda. It's like, oh, cool, you got a few games. Cool. You got some old franchises that you can do stuff with now if you want. And you have those 4 games.
I feel like the IP to get from Activision alone is way higher than Bethesda. Not even talking about their successes, not lately, because Call of Duty's been in success for a long time, but their recent successes opposed to their IP long term. Like it's we haven't touched on it yet, but they fucking own Spyro and Crash, two of the Sony's mascots, and that is wild. And they couldn't make Crash and Spyro Xbox exclusives if they wanted, and I feel like that's a matter of time until new ones come out, especially with Spyro, because they did that remaster. It sold so well. I know Crash had a new one, so we'll see. It is sad that they just closed down Vicarious Visions. Activision did. That's another whole layer to this. I don't know. Everybody's pissed at Activision and Blizzard for doing these things, but I feel like if there's talks of Microsoft happening, I feel like Microsoft could have stopped that or been like, we want these studios to stay alive. So I don't know if that's on Microsoft, but I don't know why you want studios like that to stay alive that did really fucking successful and sold well, and then just shut them down. So I don't know.
Yeah, that I guess we'll just never know if they shut down before they swept in there. So I heard Sony was right in the middle of trying to buy them too. Did you read about that?
No, but Sony could buy them, but I think that'd be like a Hail Mary for them. That's why I think they just can't compete, because for Xbox they have, or Microsoft just has so much money that it's nothing. But Sony, PlayStation is their biggest thing now. Xbox is just another small money maker in Microsoft's eye.
I think Sony's got enough money. They would have been able to buy that. They have a pretty wildly successful company.
I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure they could afford it, but I feel like that's like your Hail Mary for them. I think they could afford it, but it'd be like, I would say it's a big time decision. But I'm saying for Microsoft, they essentially could do it and just not give a shit, because if it doesn't work out, then they have 1,000 other products that makes them billions of dollars every year. Sony's biggest thing literally is the PlayStation right now. It's their biggest money maker, or the PlayStation brand. And
they
Xbox.
own a television, like not television, like a movie company. Aren't they a production company for movies that are wildly successful? They make laptops, TVs.
Yeah, we could look it up. I know for the past few years, I said PlayStation has been their biggest money maker, and that's why Sony struggled so much, because for so long, cameras and TVs and everything they were so successful, kind of like Microsoft is now, well, has been forever, but that it didn't matter if PlayStation failed or not. Now it's kind of cycled back around. And
I think if Sony bought these, they would have made everything exclusive.
I think so too. That's why,
in a fucking heartbeat.
That's the part that I don't like about console wars, where, like I said, I think getting exclusives is good and having competition is good, but yeah, I think everybody takes a weird approach to that. Like they just have a totally different mindset depending on who you like, which I think that's always really fucking weird and unnatural. I think you're talking about Bethesda and you're like, what do we get from that? A few games on Game Pass. But I think you're going to start seeing that in the coming years. And that's why I don't think.
But yeah, you're going to get Starfield, where the game is. The next Elder Scrolls is going to be exclusive.
Yeah, next Fallout. I feel like we're just now on the tipping point of Bethesda, where you're going to start seeing how that affects it and how wildly different it is. And that's why I think looking on the surface right now of Activision Blizzard, you're like, nothing's going to change, and they still got all this. And then Phil Spencer says that stuff, but like I said, I think the first part of it is just legal talk. I don't think he really has a choice, but that makes him sound good, like, oh yeah, we're allowing it. And the next part is just an empty promise about Call of Duty. And if you go back and look, this same exact talk was happening with Bethesda, and I ate it up. I was like, because at that time I thought Microsoft's approach was what you said. They just want to own everything and make more money. But we're supposed to learn from history. And that is not what happened with Bethesda. And I felt like after that, I saw that it was clear that, at least what I think, their approach is software as service, not the hardware, not the game software. I think what they want is a service and people being committed to it.
They just want a Game Pass subscriber. That's all they want.
Yeah. And that's why I think the best way to do that is to continually get games that people want And usually the approach on that is that you're taking away from us and oh, you don't want us to have it. But Microsoft's going to no, we want you to have it. Sony and Nintendo are stopping it. We want Call of Duty on PlayStation. And I think that's why he's not technically lying, because he's like, we want PlayStation to be there long term, or we want Call of Duty to be there long term for PlayStation. I think it's technically true, but that's because they want Game Pass there, not because Call of Duty is going to be there.
Yeah, I don't think I agree. I don't think that's their only goal. I do think their goal is to get the booming gaming industry to get as much of those things to make them money as possible, whether it's on Game Pass or on their shit in general. And if they just own, even if it's on PlayStation, like the more shit they own, the more they're going to make money. I don't know. And they said their biggest thing is, well, they even came out and said we want to work on more exclusives for Xbox because they lack them. They have almost none. They have Halo and Gears and Forza. And now they'll have Bethesda, and I'm sure they'll take some of these. I really don't think they make Call of Duty exclusive. Yeah, I think I don't agree with, which is fine. I don't have to. Neither one of us know. And I can see why you think what you think. But until I think I see something like the trends in that way, and I just don't know why I would tend to lean that way.
You don't think Bethesda is a sign of that? Like I said, how like the dialogue they were using at the beginning of that acquisition and how they're all friendly and talking about how everything will be on everything. And
well, no, because at the beginning they said their goal is to bring exclusives to Xbox. And they said that because they couldn't outright say we're going to make Elder Scrolls or Starfield exclusive yet.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think they came with Call of Duty either, because legally I don't think they could have.
Yeah, I don't think financially they would want to make it exclusive. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it would make sense. I think they've been pretty okay from the upfront with Bethesda. Nothing I've seen. They had a little bit of like legal mumbo jumbo, but as soon as they could, they were reiterating a few times it's going to be exclusive. We're going to do what we can to make it exclusive. We're trying to get it exclusive. All right, the deal went through. It's exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to see, obviously, we want to see what happens long term, but if it is what I think, and it is to get Game Pass to PlayStation, like I said, I don't see how that is a new breeding ground, because I don't see what that becomes. If you have Game Pass, I'm just running through this in my head. I'm not arguing on train. Like I said, this is so interesting. If you have Game Pass on PlayStation, I feel like the incentive of having an Xbox is gone. And that's why I feel like it's pretty clear that it is a service war, not an Xbox. But then the weird thing is, if you have a PlayStation, it's a better value because you get Game Pass and you get PlayStation's exclusive. So then you're selling PlayStation. Mm-hmm. So
that's why I agree with you that they're not trying to sell Xboxes. They're trying to sell Game Pass. I agree with you there.
I'm wondering. I'll go ahead.
I don't think they're trying to get Game Pass on Sony. Am I crazy for that? So? No.
Yeah, I think they've not. Obviously, they wouldn't say it, but I think they made it clear to say they want Game Pass on everywhere. So I feel like that's their way of saying it without saying it.
Yeah, I don't think they want that on there at all. I don't think they want to let their things they're fighting. They're fighting so hard for getting exclusives, right? Why would they fight so hard to just give them back to PlayStation in that way? That doesn't make sense.
I think that's the reason, because once they have so many subscribers, and their subscribers are coming from everywhere, not just Xbox and PC now, the hardware doesn't matter anymore. They're making on everything. So,
well, it's going to be on TVs and for your phone. Every TV is going to come with a Game Pass app with 30 days. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, this is great. I want to sign up for it. I think they'd rather have it on your smart TV and you buy a PlayStation. Oh, I bought my smart TV and I'm paying for Game Pass on my smart TV, and I can use the cloud, but I also have my PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they want it literally everywhere. I think Sony would be their biggest point. And if it's there, my wonder is, like I said, obviously the Xbox become the war would be why would you buy an Xbox? You have PlayStation. So I think the only way to combat that if they do still want to sell Xboxes and to kind of hold to your exclusive thing would be you have Game Pass on PlayStation, but it's not the exclusive. So you can have all these crazy third-party games are not the top exclusives. And then because on Xbox, you still get all the exclusives, Sony's missing out on them, but you can have this list of hundreds of other great games. And I think that's the only way that would make sense to still sell the Xbox.
And that's why I think it doesn't make any sense to try to bring up the PlayStation. It's just there's so many things you'd have to work around. I think they want it everywhere but PlayStation. I want you to fucking breathe in an electronic and there's Game Pass on it. I want you to pick up your Halo Infinite session on your 27th DLC 10 years from now on your phone after you just got done in VR in the metaverse. But then when you go to your PlayStation, you have to launch a cloud app on your phone to your TV. So I think it's more of a fuck you to PlayStation. I think PlayStation's just going to make their own Game Pass.
Oh, they are doing that. Did you hear?
Yeah. I was trying to be cool, you know what I'm saying? Act like I know them.
No, okay.
So they're going to make their own fucking Game Pass. And I think that is what's going to cause real. Oh, dude, they fucking added this to on PlayStation's Game Pass. Oh, yeah, well, fuck you. They put this on Xbox's Game Pass. You know what I mean? That's what's going to cause the real competition and make everything better. Because if everything's going to this digital streaming horseshit world that I say is horseshit, but I literally only use Game Pass. Fuck it, have a competition there. And then you're not competing over. Then it's which Game Pass do you like more? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm still living in the analog world. Yeah, that's why when you say you think that the console wars changed to a different breeding ground, that's why I think it's not sustainable, because you're right. I think Sony's trying to match that, but I think it's unsustainable. And what can you get when Microsoft can just keep buying the biggest players? You can have a competing service.
I think you're undervaluing what Sony could do.
Like I said, I know that their top tier exclusives can beat Xbox, and a lot of people think that. But
I'm saying financially, I think they could buy whatever they wanted.
I don't think so. I think the next biggest one I said is EA, and I probably like EA games more. But I think that's still not as big of a get for most people as getting Activision alone. Like even if they can acquire a lot, can you get anything bigger than Activision?
I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I think that depends, like, on what you value more. I don't know. Activision is obviously huge. I would say EA is almost equally as big.
I think they would be definitely the next one up for sure. And like I said, if I looked at the list, I'd probably like more EA games, at least if you're not looking at like at IP history. Because I said Activision obviously has a lot more historically that I like, but the past few generations, I think I definitely like EA more. But I think the wider audience would say otherwise, and I think sales obviously reflect that, and the highest selling games are usually from
I feel
Activision.
like Call of Duty skews that. I think that's the only reason why. I feel like if you take out Call of Duty, then EA probably wins.
Well, Call of Duty definitely obviously amps that up.
Fucking stupid game. Like 2 of those Call of Duties are in the top 3 still.
Yeah, that amps a tonfold. But I mean, Overwatch, Candy Crush, Warcraft. You can say what you want about these games, or you're not liking them, or them falling off. But Warcraft's still one of the most successful MMOs after 30 years. Candy Crush is still one of the top mobile games. They have crazy amount of IP with Spyro, Crash, Guitar Hero. So, and I mean, if you take Madden or another top EA game away, I know it's not going to cut as much as Call of Duty, but obviously that would cut it a lot as well if you cut that out of EA.
So, Nintendo is its own thing.
Yeah.
Take-Two, someone could buy that, right?
It could. I think EA would be a bigger get, but
They are, but they're right next to each other. So it goes Tencent. Sony has the most revenue, by the way. Second most, Apple, then Microsoft. So again, I think revenue-wise,
is this just for gaming though? Because there's no way Sony's getting more revenue than Microsoft.
game revenue, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I said Sony's biggest brand is PlayStation. So I believe that.
NetEase is like a mobile company that could be bought. And then Activision Blizzard, which now, So then the EA, Take-Two, Bandai Namco, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Warner Bros, Capcom. There's still some pretty fucking big things out there. But EA probably looks like it'd be the next one, and then Take-Two, and then Bandai, then Square Enix. And then all these fucking... Oh, Konami is before Ubisoft, and then Warner Bros. And there's like a bunch of mobile games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think obviously getting Activision is huge. Getting Bethesda is big. But I mean, if Apple, sure, if Apple bought Sony tomorrow and then they bought EA and Ubisoft, I would say they're right back in the lead because they have all the exclusives and they have all the fucking sports games and the Star Wars games and whatever else EA does. Isn't Respawn under EA?
Yeah, it wouldn't be Star Wars anymore though, because EA doesn't have the exclusive right on it anymore.
Doesn't Respawn have it to Fallen Order?
No, they were with EA, so they had it through EA, but now it's everywhere. They lost contract. Yeah, I think in that scenario, then it becomes more competitive. But that's why I say I think the only way that Sony can compete is if an Apple, Google, Disney comes in. Otherwise, I don't think they could compete. So
I think that's just where I disagree because they were literally about to buy Activision Blizzard, so they're clearly in it.
I wonder how much of that was stock or future considerations
and they can still do that with other companies. You know what I mean? Like they don't have. Okay, maybe they can't do it in fucking cash like Microsoft can, but I'm sure they could spend just as much money in like a futures thing. Like, oh, if you do this percentage, we'll pay this much over the course of years, or whatever. You can have this much stock, and depending on how it does, you'll obviously make more money. I can see them doing it like that. They can buy whoever the fuck they wanted. They better not fucking buy Warner Bros. I want my Harry Potter game. I want it on computer.
They could turn into a PSVR 2 game.
I don't want a VR Harry Potter game.
That'd be pretty dope.
Fuck it. They need to buy EA and they need to buy Warner Bros. And they need to make a fucking Quidditch game like they make Madden. That's what I say.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
How long does Game Pass stay this cheap then if they just keep acquiring all these things? And
no shot. A year. 1 year. It'll be fucking double price. And honestly, it's probably still too cheap.
Yeah, that's not really a concern because it is great value. But I think the more you up it, the more chance that people leave. Especially, I think you have to do it in small increments. Otherwise, I don't think you can jump even like $10 or something, even though it's not that much.
Yeah, no. Half your people would leave.
Yeah, I think that's why so many people are on Netflix, and people, if you talk to them, have just been pulled in. Like, yeah, I should have canceled like 10 years ago. But it's because they just keep raising by like $1 and $1, and Microsoft has yet to raise it. And my worry is that they don't they're smart. I mean, it's Microsoft, so I'm assuming they're smarter than me, but I think you can't make a jump like that because then people just jump off board. But eventually they had to raise it. And
maybe that's what Sony's waiting for. Maybe they already have their Game Pass ready with PlayStation 4 and 3 games and 2 and 1. And they're just waiting for them to increase it by fucking $10 and be like, you can fucking have ours for $15. Regardless, I'm probably going to sign up for it. I'll have both of them.
Well, the nice part about Game Pass and advice I would give to people is fucking load up on the price while you can, because not like Netflix where you have to pay every month. You
That's
can,
true. You can just buy
but
fucking 10 years right now.
yeah, I know you're being dramatic, so I'm not saying off what you said, but I'm not gonna go that far. But I already have, I think I told you not that long ago, like a year or two, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking about adding another year or two on, because
It's
once you
going to get
have
more
it,
expensive.
yeah, there's no way they can raise it. So if they are, yep, it's $50 a month now. That's still not that crazy because that's still less than a game, which is nuts to think about. But I'm not gonna fucking pay that every month, but I'll have my 4 years worth at this price.
Yeah. I mean, I think they may move it like $5. Because, I mean, odds are they're close to being profitable with 25 million. And I was just listening to a podcast today how that's not including UK numbers.
Hmm.
And they're saying like 1 million Xbox units were sold over there, and they pulled like 100,000 of them or something, and they were all playing games on Game Pass. So there's like a shitload of people over there that's not accounted for. So I don't know how that's the case. So I'm loosely giving you information, but I think the number's higher than 25 million already.
Yeah.
And that's at 10 to $15 a month. If you make it 20, 30 for Ultimate, you're including, I just wish they would get rid of gold in PlayStation Plus. Like, just let it be if you have internet. Honestly, that's how you could raise the price of it. Because I don't know how, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's another topic. I don't know. Just get rid of gold and just start charging $50 a month for Game Pass. I don't know. I don't think I'd like that as much. I feel like if you say more things that I'm getting, I'm more inclined to buy it.
Maybe that's what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll be like, we're gonna list every Activision game or IP in history. You get that, just so they can be like this.
Dude, I do think they make it more because obviously they just spent $70 billion, but also I really think they're going to get rid of the World of Warcraft subscription, and they're going to need to get some of that back somehow. So that's like a $15, $20 a month thing that millions of people have.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they have to keep those servers going. They're not going to do that for free. So my thought is they're going to raise the money, if anything, just for the World of Warcraft service.
Yeah. Going into the games a little more instead of just like talk about the argument or whatever.
Yeah. Which I get that to end that. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure there's a way that they're going to make themselves look the best while making PlayStation look not awesome. But PlayStation's going to be fine. I have no. They'll do something. Hopefully,
The Last of Us TV show that will save them.
There you go. That's probably a Sony production. There you
go. But
Sony's also a record label. I make so much money. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The IP list. We're not going to have to go over every game, but what are? Oh, you can if you want. So I was just thinking off the top of my head, like I said, it's fucking bonkers that they own Crash and Spyro now. What a weird world we live in. I'm just wondering what some of the things they are going to do with the IP they have.
My biggest hope is that all of the old shit just comes to Game Pass. You know what I mean? All the Crashes are on Game Pass. All the Spyros are on Game Pass. Tony Hawk's fucking right on Game Pass. You know what I mean? That's my hope.
Yeah, I would love that. I feel like it'd be cool to see some of the stuff that Activision's kind of left behind, or even that did well, like the Spyro trilogy, and then kind of just didn't have anything after. It seemed odd to get a brand new Spyro, to get a new Guitar Hero. I know I actually like the last one. I know a lot of people didn't, but it was very different. And I think people think Guitar Hero can't be a success now because of that. But
Guitar Hero's Clone Hero is wildly popular still.
yeah, and I think it's just so up Microsoft's alley and Phil Spencer's alley to once E3 hopefully is a thing and is real and exists to bring like a fucking that out on stage and just the reaction alone. I think that's like I said, I think that's a big part of it for them is just like look at these games we got and the IP list we have and work with all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty. This is all the games. So this is everything we get, right?
Wait, is that the? Oh, it's just on their website. So to say, Activision definitely has more IP than that. But is Prototype on there? Do you scroll by that?
Is there? This is all the Activision games. This isn't the Blizzard games yet.
Skylanders.
But like literally, if you got on Game Pass in a year, probably less than a year, right? Or do you think we have to wait for it to be official?
But that's how Bethesda was. That's why I think it's all going to seem normal for at least a year and a half. And everybody's like, yeah, there's no difference. And then over time, you're going to see it.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that different. I know I've already said that, but I just think it's going to be, we're going to wake up in June or July and be like, holy shit, fucking Crash Team Racing is on Game Pass. Cool. Spyro, the trilogy's on there. This fucking trash piece of shit game, Tony Hawk's is on there. Prototypes we can play again. I'm going to probably play through every Call of Duty again. But it is exciting to think of like what they can do. Is this all of them? Blur, Gun, Spider-Man.
They used to make Spider-Man.
I feel like a fucking list. List of all right, sure. We looked at the okay. So Blizzard, here we go. Death and Return of Superman, Blackthorn, Warcraft, Justice League, Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, Diablo, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Hearthstone, Here's the Storm, Overwatch, Overwatch 2, Diablo 4. And then they have some ports, which I'm sure those won't get anything done with them. But like those games are pretty much the same. And then they're going to handle obviously Call of Duty on PC now, because that's through Blizzard.
No, never mind. Oh wait, there it is. The Den of Geek says every Activision Blizzard franchise now owned by or Xbox.
Where? Right here? Right here. Oh yeah, nice.
So they didn't have Gun on there, and that was, or did they? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's right there.
No, I mean on the list who originally
it did. It did. So Blur, Blackthorn, Bubble Witch, Call of Duty, Candy Crush, Crash, Diablo, DJ Hero, Empire Earth, Farm Heroes, Gabriel Knight, Geometry Wars, Guitar Hero, Gun, Hearthstone, Heretic, Exen, Interstate 76, King's Quest, Overwatch, Pitfall, Police Quest, Rock and Roll Racing, Skylanders, Space Quest, Spyro, StarCraft, SWAT, Lost Vikings, Tony Hawk, Warcraft, Zork.
This can be I just realized a weird episode if you're listening.
Oh yeah, it's like the first time we've actually had shit on the screen that matters. At least we're reading all of it, I guess.
Yeah. The most important one there is obviously DJ Hero.
Okay.
Can't wait
one that probably no one will ever buy or redo.
No, I don't think it will. The only reason I think it has some slim chance because Phil Spencer likes to find stuff like that and bring it back, but I still think it's slim to none, sadly.
I do think he'll bring back Guitar Hero because he's already talked about doing it. But...
Yeah, that was another thing I saw. That was one of the things that I said I was trying to stay away from stuff, and that was my first thoughts before I saw it. I was like, I feel like that's like a shoe in to bring back in some different way.
If they come out with like a Guitar Hero collection, like Guitar Hero 1 through whatever, with all like the weird games like Rocks the 80s and Metallica and Van Halen. Like a collection on Game Pass. Oh, with the original guitar, fuck me.
What if
I would fucking buy that.
they did something similar but different? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pitch you here. Band Hero, Taylor's version. And she
I'm
has
sure
in the original Band Hero, and it was just all Taylor.
I'm sure you'd buy that.
You know I would. I bought Band Hero for 3 songs of Taylor Swift. I don't know if you remember that, but I was like, there's ever a Taylor Swift song Guitar Hero, I'm buying it. No, you won't. They announced Band Hero. It's like, guess I'm buying Band Hero.
No, I didn't know. I didn't even know that's why you bought it. I thought you just bought it because Guitar Hero was hot at the time. And Rock
I
Band
did
was
like
fun.
Guitar Hero too. No, that's why I got it. I think Pitfall is definitely gonna come back. I think that seems like a very Xbox thing to do, even if it's just
An indie arcade thing.
yeah, or try and do like the Ninja Turtles games or something now, like a modern take of the old one, not like reinvent it, but just like a new art style and
FPS, ray traced.
Mm-hmm.
Pitfall. Yep.
Speaking of FPS, segue. As cool it is, think about all this old IP and bringing stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest hope, and I see it one of two ways, I can see it going either way, is that they give time once they actually take over. I know it's not going to happen right away, but games like Call of Duty, I know there's different studios and they technically work on them for more than a year, but to be like, it's okay. We're Microsoft.
Take your fucking time.
Yeah, if we can have even 2 years in between games, that's still not that crazy.
Yeah.
Most big games have 3, 4, 5 years. So every 2 years and build up a major true campaign. And I know most people don't care about campaign, but a solo multiplayer.
They just don't lately because they're 4 hours long and super shitty.
Yeah. And then I think, like I said, I can see both sides because it is big revenue grab to just not change it. Like don't fix what isn't broken. And unfortunately, that's how it is. And
it's more broken than you think.
Well, I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm talking about like the
formula. No, I more. I think the Call of Duty community agrees with you more than you think. They're idiots. So, they're also idiots, and they'll just buy every game.
I think the counter argument to that, though, would be you could still have your Warzone that's making endless money, and also you could have a team dedicated because you're fucking Microsoft to just that. And so people are like, well, you're not giving us Call of Duty every year like we need it. Like, well, we're giving this
Warzone,
supporting it. Yeah, and we're supporting it better than we ever have, and you're gonna get better Call of Duty for it.
Can I piggy off that for a second?
Get on my back.
It's impressive you haven't read anything. I will say that.
I've tried my best. It's hard.
They're already talking about doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's something that I thought would be way down the line if ever. It's Christmas.
No, because they are obviously rushed. Call of Duty games are coming out more and more. I think Battlefield and the latest Call of Duty really fucked FPS games up because Battlefield is fucking so broken and trashed. And the new COD, I mean, Warzone is terrible. It's still in a terrible state. And the Vanguard you're just now able to unlock the mastery camo because their shit was bugged. And even the new gun they put in doesn't even have fucking camo challenges. It just says nothing and 0 of 100. Like it doesn't even tell you the description of what to do. Like it's just not in a good spot because there's too much happening. Warzone's obviously huge. And they need to fix that before it's fucking ruined, which it already is, but people still play it. They need to, and so rambling. They've already talked about we need to give it the time it deserves. They haven't come out and say, obviously, because they can't. We're going to wait every other year, at least. But they're already saying we need to look at the Call of Duty title specifically and see if they're getting the time they deserve. So, what I was thinking is similar to you is, they I think every other year would, because they're already in like 2 or 3 year development cycles because they have 3 companies, right? Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward. Yeah. So they're having 3 years to develop their game So if Infinity Ward went for Modern Warfare, so they had a year for Cold War, a year for Vanguard, and then 3 years until Modern Warfare 2 comes out this year, right? If you go every other and just make it like 2 companies, or maybe like you Treyarch and Sledgehammer absorb each other, right? And you have just 2 games that are like every other year. You would have 4 years in between games, right? And they'd be so much better. And then Raven is the one, Raven Software, who's under all that, is the one that's doing Warzone by themselves. And they have to just integrate the newest Call of Duty shit. That's got to be fucking exhausting working for Raven. You now have a million baby companies under Bethesda and Activision Blizzard, right? Like, who knows? 10,000 employees, right, from the last one? I'm sure you could throw a few over to Raven, throw a few over to Treyarch, and you're going to make those games so much better. And what's cool is why I'm glad fucking Microsoft bought them is I think they will actually do that. I think they do care about their games being successful and not just horrible fucking, the CEO of Activision so shitty, these horrible money grabs, because they just see they can make billions of dollars and I ain't gonna fix it. Why would they? If I could take a shit and give it to you and you give me $7 billion, I would do it. You know what I mean? Every single time. So until someone made me stop. So good on you. They are looking into that already, which is awesome. And they should just let Ravensoft. They should just let Warzone be this free bird that just gets like ravens. Because Fortnite's its own bird, and that thing is at the peak of its fucking popularity. Because they've gone through shit times and they've learned and they're pushing back seasons and they're so much better now. So they just did that with Warzone, updated it more frequently, but gave it quality shit. Oh my God. If they had one team or like 2 teams that are just dedicated, oh, that'd be so awesome. Oh, no, I agree with you. They need to take these franchises and let them fucking breathe for a second. And I think the community is getting pretty sick of yearly Call of Duty releases. I am.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh man, what a wild announcement.
I like it. I'm excited. Because if anything, I'm just getting more Game Pass games.
Like I said, in my head the whole day, I just felt like one of those YouTubers because that's how my head was feeling. I was like, I just need to tell everybody, and I said, nuts, I need to talk about it.
I listened to Mr. Matty Plays, his thoughts. He's excited.
Yeah, I purposely calling the same guy does that, but PlayStation, they did a 4-hour episode about it, and I was like, I'm not going to listen to this because I feel like, as much as I like Colin, and I don't try and be like him, I just agree with a lot of stuff. I was like, I don't want to be just hear him like, oh shit, I agree with that. Except I'm going to hear stuff maybe disagree with things I said or feel different.
I don't even remember what Matty said, to be honest with you. There were points that he said that I wanted to bring into this. I don't remember fucking any of them. So I was doing it while I was delivering. That was my mistake.
Smart delivery. Xbox. Well, I feel like as soon as I stop recording this, I'm like, oh,
we're gonna have a million thoughts.
Yeah. So that's part of why I want to do this, because I feel like it'll be interesting to see where this ends up and look back on this and see how it was. I'm sorry, you got somebody texting you?
I screenshotted shit. It was about Guitar Hero.
I saw a smile like that. Yeah, I think hashtag Band Hero Taylor's version, hashtag Phil Spencer, hashtag Bring Back DJ Hero. Are you with me on all of these?
I'm with you with none of those.
None of those. Not even DJ Hero.
No, dude, I never liked DJ Hero.
You can't let me have it. You can't let me spin that shit. I was gonna run over there and get
spin it right now.
All right, just a second.
Pussy.
Probably shouldn't have brought my
How long
mic
have
with me.
How long has this been going on?
A long time.
Really?
I mean, it feels like it. But when you're getting quality content like this, I mean, and I'm like crossfading and shit.
There we go. I needed a fader.
Yeah, it, bro. And then I got my Euphoria to get that bitch going. I'm like, well, this. Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
I made a big mistake not getting the M&M edition where you could have your own turntable, like your own stand that turntable sits on.
Was there really one of those?
Yeah. The M&M / Jay-Z edition, I think. You looking it up?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to go one of two ways, like $1 or way too expensive.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward way too expensive. Oh, look at that. Oh, let me share my screen.
Says the right names. I mean, I know both of them, but did I get the artist right?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Okay. It's been a while.
It's gold and black.
Yeah.
You get a case. There's the stand. Yeah.
Look
you
at
fucked
that.
up.
I know. I thought about it too. How much did it say it was? I'm sure too expensive.
This one in particular, that's a good screenshot. You can buy it used for $100.
Oh God. That's probably about what it was when it came out though. So I guess it's not that crazy.
On eBay, $25. Oh, no legs.
The table's not in there, is it?
PlayStation 3. It has everything, including the table. $20.
All right, Cody, you're the eBay guy. Get that for me.
$50, $60, $27.
Actually, I think wasn't
$15.
I think Cody says he's gonna join us again here.
Is that what he said?
I think so. It looks like we're getting somebody adding in here right now. Oh, there he is.
Oh, hey, Cody. I was really hoping it was going to be the Taylor Swift one again.
I didn't think about it. No, I wouldn't do it though. I'm mature. We'll put this in here for Cody. It's an Easter egg. Just wait for it. It'll happen. Is there anything else you want to talk about with this?
I feel like there's so much I want to talk about.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can think of off the top of my head. I'm really excited for. I do think they're going to bring old stuff back from the dead, and the biggest thing I was excited about is I do think they're going to, take care of these companies or take care of the studios now.
Yeah,
they're going to have the extra money to do what they need to do, and they're going to be able to fucking send some people where they need to be sent to get these games not being sacks of shit. So and obviously one of my favorite games of all time is Call of Duty. So to me, I'm very excited because I think Call of Duty is going to be in a better state. And I've been wanting to play WoW since I was a kid. So
wow.
If I can get a WoW without a subscription, I'm down.
If I can
Dude,
get it,
you're already paying a subscription. I know. Shut up.
I didn't say that. If I get it with one of these, I'm in with you. We're showing off our control. I was just saying I can't do mouse and keyboard as well. I was getting it.
Do you like my 20th anniversary edition?
Look at the green screen. Yeah, man, that's pretty dope actually.
Like
I wish yours was green screen, so it's just showing through that. That's all you can see. Was Singularity on that list of Activision games?
Look,
so I do not remember seeing that, and that was I'm gonna be honest, I didn't beat it because I got stuck, and then that was when a lot of good games came out. So that was a unique, fucking awesome game.
No,
I think would be a no.
Nope.
Activision published it in Raven before Call of Duty ate it up like everything at Activision. They made it and it was so unique. I wonder if somebody bought the rights to it or something.
Epic Games.
Oh, fucking what the why did they buy it? They're not doing anything with it.
Hold on. Oh, I don't know who bought it. It's made in Epic Games Unreal Engine 3. I just saw
yeah.
Epic Games at the end and I was like, oh, they got it.
Well,
No, everything you're saying is a 2010 first-person shooter developed by Raven. It's published by Activision. So
yeah, it was fucking cool. I even thought about going back because I got stuck that part and never went back. And I know it'd be dated now, but I think the ideas are still more fresh than majority of fucking first person shooters we get now.
I wonder if it's because it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's too old. I don't know because Gun came out by the same time. I don't know.
I guess since we're a weekly podcast and I never miss a week, we'll talk about that next week. We'll do some
Yes, so.
investigating.
Let me make sure. Blur, Blackthorn, Bubble Witch, Call of Duty, Candy. Oh, it's in alphabetical order. Overwatch, Pitfall, Police Quest, Rock and Roll, Skylander, Space Quest, Spyro, StarCraft, SWAT. That's it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna float above the earth for a second. With my Christmas lights. I forgot those were still up there. It's probably on top of Cody and Taylor Swift. But if there's anything else you want, ooh, beautiful. How's the weather over there?
Warm, sticky, but breezy.
Sticky and breezy. I guess we could wrap it up then, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. Holy God.
What was that one thing that made me see through?
I don't remember now. We did a pre-show before we started here. You guys missed out. If you join us on Patreon, you can get the pre-show.
$1,000 a month.
But I was doing some great animations and making my facial hair green, and none of that's working now for you. I'm sad.
That is sad. Do you see what I got going on over here, though?
Yeah, it kind of looks like Santa Claus thinking he's cloaked, but he's not.
I am cloaked.
But hey, I'm your number one fan.
I am.
That one's working for some reason. I even tried when you said, "Can I piggyback off that?" There's a fucking piggy filter, and it's literally called Little Piggy, but it didn't work. I was ready with my comedic timing and everything. There's a VR one. God damn it. This sucks.
My Little Piggy works.
It sure does. Well, I don't know the next time we'll be recording. I don't know when this is going to go up. Hopefully sooner or later. But I will say that maybe I'll stream some of what we are going to start within mere hours of now. The achievement
I'm going
race.
to fucking dominate.
No, sir. It's going to be Doom. You're doomed eternally. We're going to be playing Doom Eternal. Me, Derek, the late Cody G, our friend Dave, and Bazooka. And we're doing 2 weeks going till February 4th. I think that's 2
I thought
weeks.
we started today.
Well, oh, you mean, okay. Yeah, we're starting tomorrow, which is Friday the 21st, and then starting at noon up until 2 weeks after that. And we're playing Doom Eternal. Whoever has the most achievements by the end wins this trophy that Derek's about to show us. You actually had it. Oh, you fucker. Not that trophy. Oh, you do have it. I was hoping you'd grab something else. A beautiful Xbox achievement. And red hot. And then we're all going to go out for a pizza party, and the winner doesn't have to pay. We're going to try and make this. You're a Sour Patch Kid. We're going to try and do this somewhat regularly, and then whoever wins gets to keep the trophy until somebody can knock them off and take the trophy back. Former Bronco or future Broncos quarterback. No, I don't believe that. It's like doing that. This must be the most confusing thing on audio.
Oh, yeah. This one's not going to fly at all. I wish I had batteries in this.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know if you actually have it near you. I was like, I almost said it before we started, but I'm just going to test it. But maybe I'll stream some of that. I don't know if I want to give you guys all my tips, though, and let you guys get achievements that I don't know.
I've already looked at every single achievement and my best route to get all of them.
Fucking nerd. Well, hey, I have something to talk to you about. You ever watch Big Brother?
No.
No. Survivor?
I know the premise of Survivor.
Do you know how there's like alliances
Yeah.
and there's not supposed to be? We're gonna talk once we get off of here.
Ooh. Down.
But as always, you can email any corrections, questions, or feedback to
currentbackloggers@gmail.com.
and you can follow us on social media at
Current backlog.
you get it. Yep. You didn't even say the S. Look at you. Is that the end of us, brother?
Wow. I guess if this is how you want to end it.
I thought it was solid.
I'm just kidding. I'll be right back, pussy.
Okay, dickhead. I got a feeling.
Yeah. Oh, what is fucking that? You should definitely leave that there the whole time. So Cody's here with us.
That's why I put it there. I thought it'd be cute like that. Also got this one's gonna shock you. Oh, that didn't work.
Great.
Try to get a high quality one, but here we are.
Oh.
Are you eating caught?
No, close cookies.
You're caught. Give me a second, guy. I'm looking at something.
Are you still recording a test video?
Yes, sir. Is that an issue?
I can't believe you haven't moved your body to have a better view.
Oh, yeah, I see you on it. I got you. No, it's a good one. Right. Oh.
Oh. That's awesomely hilarious.
There you go.
I can't believe the amount of things that were in the way.
I'm believing that Derek is so gay. I got a feeling.
Bam, 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 bam.
I'm believing
Bam, 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 bam.
that you're in love with me.